Let's start with a simple but powerful question. Have you ever wondered if some of the healthy fruits you reach for might actually be working against your body after 60? Maybe you've been told all your life that fruit is always good for you, but as you get older, your body changes, and so do your needs. The truth is, not all fruits are created equal, especially for men over 60 who want to protect their health, energy, and, yes, even their manhood. Some can quietly sabotage your blood sugar, energy levels, or even your sexual health, while others can become your secret weapon for feeling stronger and younger. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on this overlooked part of your diet, and I promise, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which fruits to avoid and which ones to add to your plate, starting tonight. Before I tell you about the surprising list of fruits every man over 60 should avoid, and the 4 you absolutely must include, let me share a story that will hit close to home for many of you. Just last year, I met a gentleman named Frank. He's 72, proud grandfather of 4, and the kind of guy who's always done his best to eat right. Frank would start every morning with a bowl of fruit salad, thinking he was making the healthiest choice. Yet, despite his efforts, he found himself battling sluggish energy, stubborn belly fat, and something he was even more reluctant to talk about, flagging bedroom performance. Frank had begun to wonder if this was just how aging worked. If you're new to this channel, I'm Dr. Robert Jansen. For over 30 years, I've worked as a men's health specialist, helping men just like you take charge of their health and happiness after 60. My mission is simple: give you practical, straightforward advice you can actually use, without the confusing jargon or gimmicks. Because every man deserves to enjoy strength, confidence, and a vibrant life, no matter what the calendar says. Here's what I want you to know right away. Changing the fruits you eat could make a bigger difference in your life than you ever imagined. When you eat the wrong fruits for your body at this stage, you may not feel the impact right away. But over time, they can quietly raise your blood sugar, sap your energy, even affect your circulation and the strength of your erections. On the other hand, the right fruits can do the exact opposite. They can support your heart, power up your energy, and keep you feeling young and confident, inside and out. Think about this for a moment. Imagine waking up with steady, reliable energy. No more sugar crashes, no more brain fog, no more feeling like your body is slowing down before you're ready. Imagine knowing that every bite you take is supporting your heart, your metabolism, and yes, even your performance in the bedroom. That's the kind of transformation that's possible when you choose the right fruits for men over 60. That's the value I want to bring to you with this video. If this message is already speaking to you, if you want more energy, better health, and a little extra confidence, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss my honest advice. And do me a favor, type yes or no in the comments if you believe your diet can make a difference at this stage of life. I personally read your answers so I can tailor my advice to help you and this growing community of men. Now, back to Frank. When he came to see me, he was frustrated. "Doc," he said, "I'm eating my fruit every day, but I feel worse than I did 10 years ago." We took a closer look at his diet, and I noticed something right away. His fruit bowl was loaded with fruits that spike blood sugar, inflame the body, and can actually worsen some of the health issues men face after 60. It's not about cutting out fruit altogether. It's about being smart, knowing which ones support your goals, and which ones quietly drag you down. You see, not all fruit sugars are the same. Some fruits are packed with fast-acting sugars and little else, while others are loaded with fiber, antioxidants, and nutrients that your body actually needs to stay strong and resilient. Frank had been piling his plate with the wrong kind of sweetness, thinking he was making a healthy choice. And he's not alone. Most men his age have been given the same advice. Here's where things started to change for Frank. I showed him how certain fruits, ones that sound healthy, can actually send his blood sugar on a roller coaster. That crash and burn feeling? It was coming from too much sugar at breakfast. The creeping belly fat? Linked to the same thing. Even his sluggishness and poor bedroom performance traced back, in part, to those daily fruit choices. Once we swapped those out for 4 powerhouse fruits that support blood flow, stabilize energy, and help balance hormones, things began to shift. Frank wasn't just eating differently, he was waking up differently. His wife told me he seemed happier, more present, even more playful. He lost that stubborn weight. His blood pressure improved, And most importantly, his confidence, both in himself and in the bedroom, started to return. I want you to picture that kind of turnaround for yourself. Imagine knowing that every bite of fruit is working with your body, not against it. That's what I want for you. Throughout this video, I'll walk you through the 4 fruits you need to be careful with, and the 4 that can change your health for the better. You'll learn why these changes matter, and how easy it can be to make them. No fancy diets, no giving up the flavors you love. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, yes or no, if you're ready to make smarter fruit choices for your health. I read every comment and use your feedback to help guide my next videos. And remember, this isn't about deprivation or fear, it's about empowerment. Frank's story is proof that a simple change in your fruit bowl can give you more energy, sharper focus, and a renewed sense of manly confidence. As we move forward, I'll explain exactly which fruits to avoid, why they're a problem, and how the right fruits can power up your health in ways you never thought possible. So stay tuned. You're about to discover the truth about fruit that every man over 60 deserves to know. When Frank and I sat down to look at his fruit choices, he was shocked to find out that some of his favorites, things he'd eaten for years without a second thought, were quietly taking a toll on his health. And here's where it gets personal, because so many men over 60 fall into the same trap. Maybe you do, too. It's not your fault. Most of us grew up believing fruit could never do harm. But your body after 60 is not the same as it was at 30 or even 50. The metabolism slows, blood sugar becomes more sensitive, and the way your body handles certain natural sugars can dramatically shift. That's why knowing the truth about which fruits to avoid, and why, can feel like flipping on a light switch for your energy, your confidence, and your bedroom vitality. Let's talk about the first group. The 4 fruits that, for many men after 60, are best left out of the fruit bowl, at least most days. I could see the disbelief on Frank's face when I told him that grapes, bananas, watermelon, and pineapple are at the top of the list. All delicious, all marketed as healthy, but all with a high sugar load and very little fiber to slow it down. For a younger, more active body, the impact might be minor. But after 60, those quick sugars hit your bloodstream fast and hard, leading to a spike in energy, then a crash, and over time, this cycle quietly wears down your metabolism and even affects your circulation. For men, that's not just a blood sugar issue, it's an erection issue, too, because your blood vessels need to stay healthy and flexible for everything to work as it should. Frank looked at me and said, "But doc, I eat grapes every day. They're bite-sized, they're sweet, how could they be a problem?" That's just it. Because they're so easy to eat, it's almost impossible to notice how much sugar you're taking in. A small bowl of grapes is the sugar equivalent of a can of soda, without the fiber or nutrients to slow down the impact. The same goes for watermelon and pineapple. They taste refreshing, especially in the summer, but they'll spike your blood sugar before your body has a chance to use that energy. Bananas, for all their potassium, are often overdone. One now and then is fine, but a banana every morning for breakfast? For many men, that can mean sluggishness, stubborn belly fat, and energy dips. Frank started to realize why he felt so drained by late morning, even though he thought he was eating a clean breakfast. I want to pause here and ask, if you're finding this information helpful, will you take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss new advice? And please, drop a yes or no in the comments if you're surprised to hear that some fruits might be holding you back. I read your answers and used them to guide the next topics we cover together. What happened next for Frank was really encouraging. Instead of feeling deprived, he felt empowered. He told me, "Doc, I actually have choices. I'm not stuck eating the same things just because everyone says they're healthy." That's the heart of this message. When you know which fruits work with your body, not against it, you can stop guessing and start feeling better, often in just days. The other mistake Frank had made, like many men, was thinking that all fruit is created equal. But when you hit 60 and beyond, your body needs more than just quick energy. It needs nutrients that support your heart, blood flow, and hormone balance, all critical for feeling strong and confident in every area of life. That's why, after we cleared out the sugar-spiking fruits, we replaced them with 4 that make a powerful difference: berries, apples, pomegranates, and avocados. Now, I know what you might be thinking: avocado isn't a sweet fruit. And you're right, but technically, it's a fruit, and it's one of the best you can eat for your heart, your brain, and your manhood. We'll get into the why in a minute. For Frank, making this swap was easier than he expected. He started his mornings with a mix of blueberries and strawberries instead of grapes or bananas. These little powerhouses are packed with fiber and antioxidants, which help keep blood sugar steady and support the health of the blood vessels you rely on for energy and intimacy. Apples became his mid-morning snack, crisp, satisfying, and loaded with polyphenols that protect the heart and keep cholesterol in check. In the evenings, he'd slice a pomegranate and enjoy the seeds with a bit of Greek yogurt, giving his body a boost of nitric oxide, a compound that literally helps open up blood vessels for better blood flow and stronger erections. And as for avocado, he learned to add it to salads, eggs, or even spread it on whole grain toast, reaping the benefits of healthy fats that nourish his heart, brain, and hormone levels. You might be wondering if these changes really made a difference for Frank. The answer is a resounding yes. Within a couple of weeks, he noticed his energy was steadier throughout the day. No more mid-morning crashes, no more desperate need for coffee by noon. His pants fit better as the stubborn belly fat started to melt away. And quietly, almost without trying, his confidence in the bedroom began to return. His wife, bless her, was the first to notice. If this story feels familiar, or if you're starting to think about your own fruit bowl with new eyes, I want to encourage you. Don't be afraid to make a change. It's not about restriction. It's about giving your body the best possible chance to thrive at this stage of life. And if you're finding this advice valuable, hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a simple yes or no in the comments to let me know if you're ready to try swapping out a few fruits for your health. Remember, your feedback shapes what I share here, and I'm listening. Frank's transformation didn't end with just more energy. He found that these fruit changes had a ripple effect. His blood pressure came down, his mood improved, and his morning stiffness faded. He even told me he felt lighter, not just in his body but in his mind. In the next part, I'll share more about how each of these 4 must-eat fruits work their magic, why they're uniquely suited for men over 60, and how to build them into your daily routine without any fuss or flavor sacrifice. Plus, I'll tell you how Frank kept the momentum going, and how you can, too, for lasting energy, heart health, and confidence. Let's talk about why these 4 must-eat fruits, berries, apples, pomegranates, and avocados, are so powerful for men over 60. When I introduced these to Frank, it wasn't about making his meals complicated or expensive. It was about picking foods that actually work with his body's needs right now, at this stage of life. And the results? Well, they were more impressive than either of us could have predicted. Let's start with berries. Whether you like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries, these tiny fruits are true nutritional powerhouses. Unlike the high-sugar fruits Frank used to eat, berries are packed with antioxidants and fiber. What does that mean for you? It means steady blood sugar, more reliable energy, and less of those late-morning crashes. The antioxidants help protect your blood vessels, keeping them flexible and healthy, absolutely crucial for strong heart health and, yes, for performance. Down there, Frank told me he was surprised how sweet and satisfying berries could be, even in small portions. A bowl of mixed berries in the morning became his new favorite breakfast, and he noticed his cravings for sweets in the afternoon started to fade. Apples, the second star of our new fruit lineup, do more than just keep the doctor away. They're rich in fiber and polyphenols, compounds that support healthy cholesterol, lower inflammation, and help manage blood pressure. For men over 60, that's a triple win. Frank began reaching for an apple as his mid-morning snack instead of sugary grapes. He told me it was easy to grab, filling, and he loved the crunch. Over the weeks, he realized he wasn't as hungry between meals, which helped him keep his weight in check. What's more, his blood pressure readings at his next checkup were the lowest they'd been in years. Pomegranates might seem a bit exotic, but they're one of the best-kept secrets for men's health as you age. Those juicy seeds are packed with compounds that boost nitric oxide in the blood. Why does that matter? Nitric oxide is your body's natural way of relaxing blood vessels, improving circulation, and powering up everything from your heart to your erections. Frank was skeptical at first. He'd never bought a pomegranate before in his life. But once he got the hang of cutting it open and scooping out the seeds, he found it fun, and his wife loved the new flavor in their yogurt and salads. After just a couple of weeks, Frank noticed a difference in his stamina during walks, and he was sleeping more soundly at night. Now, let's talk about avocados. They're technically a fruit, though you won't find them in most fruit salads. Avocados are packed with healthy fats, fiber, and important minerals like potassium and magnesium. These help control blood pressure, support heart and brain health, and keep your hormone levels balanced. Frank added half an avocado to his breakfast a few times a week, on whole grain toast or mixed into his scrambled eggs. The result? He felt fuller longer, his cholesterol numbers improved, and, as he put it, things started working better all around. If you're listening to this and thinking, that sounds simple enough, you're exactly right. You don't need expensive superfoods or hard-to-find ingredients. You just need to swap out the high-sugar, low-fiber fruits for these nutrient-packed choices. Start with what you enjoy: berries in your oatmeal, apples for a snack, pomegranate seeds in your salad, avocado with your eggs. Before long, you'll notice the same changes Frank did. Steadier energy, better mood, improved confidence, and, quite often, some pleasant surprises in the bedroom. Let me pause here and remind you. If these tips are making sense, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss my latest advice. And as always, let me know in the comments, does this message resonate with you? Just a simple yes or no helps me create even more helpful videos for you. Frank's journey really took off once he found ways to make these fruits a regular part of his routine. And you can do the same. One trick that worked well for him was preparing a bowl of berries and apple slices the night before, making it easy to grab in the morning. He'd buy a few pomegranates each week, open them, and keep the seeds in a container in the fridge for quick snacks. And he never let himself run out of avocados, because they made everything, toast, eggs, even salads, more filling and satisfying. As the weeks passed, Frank didn't just look better, he felt better, too. His wife noticed he was smiling more. His grandkids had to hustle to keep up with him on walks. And for the first time in years, he felt in control of his health, not at the mercy of age or old habits. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. There will be days when you reach for something sweet out of habit, or when life gets busy and routines get thrown off. That's normal. What matters is that you're giving your body what it truly needs: steady fuel, protection for your heart and blood vessels, and the building blocks for long-lasting energy and vitality. And I want to say this, it's never too late to start. I've seen men in their 70s and 80s make these changes and enjoy more energy, better sleep, and stronger relationships because of it. The key is just to start, one fruit swap at a time. In the final part, I'll share how to make these changes stick for good. How Frank kept up his new routine even when life got hectic, and a few extra strategies to help you build lasting habits that support your health, confidence, and happiness for years to come. And remember, if you're finding value here, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and it's your feedback that inspires me to keep sharing what truly helps men over 60 live their strongest, healthiest lives. I want you to picture Frank now, months after making those simple fruit swaps, not just feeling better, but living better. He's no longer starting his day with a sugar crash or feeling like age is something happening to him. Instead, he's waking up with energy, eating foods that actually support his body, and, perhaps most importantly, carrying himself with a confidence that even his family noticed. Frank will tell you it wasn't about making massive changes overnight. It was about choosing to give his body the support it needed, one step at a time, and enjoying the new chapter that opened up because of it. Now, if you're wondering how to stick with these changes, let's talk about what really worked for Frank, and what can work for you. The first key is to make the healthy fruits as convenient as possible. Frank made it a habit to wash and prep his berries and apples the night before, so they were easy to reach in the morning. If you can, keep a bowl of apples or containers of ready-to-eat fruit right at eye level in your fridge. When the good choices are right in front of you, you're much more likely to eat them, especially when a sugar craving strikes. Next, make it enjoyable. Frank found new ways to enjoy his fruit: slicing apples with a sprinkle of cinnamon, stirring pomegranate seeds into Greek yogurt, or adding a few berries to his morning oatmeal. Avocado became his secret weapon for lunches and snacks. He'd mash it on toast, add it to salads, or just enjoy it with a bit of salt and pepper. The more you find ways to enjoy these foods, the less you'll miss the old habits. The real secret, though, is to notice the difference in how you feel. Frank kept a small notebook on his kitchen counter, jotting down how he felt each morning and evening. Within weeks, he could see clear improvements: his energy, mood, and even his sleep quality. Whenever he was tempted to slip back into his old routine, he'd read those notes and remember how far he'd come. I want to encourage you to do the same. Even if it's just a few words, keep track of your progress. Notice the little wins: the steadier energy, the better sleep, the boost in confidence. These are the signs that your body is responding to the support you're giving it. And if you ever feel stuck or discouraged, remember, progress is rarely a straight line. What matters is that you keep moving forward, one healthy choice at a time. If you ever worry that it's too late, or that your best years are behind you, remember Frank's story. At 72, he not only improved his health, he reignited his connection with his wife, started joining his grandkids for longer walks, and discovered a level of energy he hadn't felt in decades. He became an example to his friends, too, showing them that age is no barrier to better health and a richer life. I want you to imagine the same possibilities for yourself. Picture a life where you wake up ready to tackle the day, knowing your food choices are helping you, not holding you back. Where your confidence, energy, and even your performance in the bedroom are supported by the foods you eat every single day. That's not a fantasy. It's a reality I've seen for countless men over 60, and you deserve it too. Before we wrap up, let me ask you again, has this message resonated with you? If it has, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon. It helps this community grow and ensures you never miss the honest, practical advice that can truly make a difference in your life. And if you're ready to make a change, just type yes or no in the comments. I read every response, and your feedback helps me share advice that's tailored for you and other men on this journey. Let's come back to where we began. Not all fruits are created equal, and for men over 60, the right choices can give you energy, protect your heart, keep your mind sharp, and yes, even boost your confidence as a man. Frank's story is living proof that with the right knowledge and a little commitment, you can turn your health around, no matter your starting point. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, small steps add up. The fruit you put on your plate today can change how you feel tomorrow, and for years to come. This is Dr. Robert Jansen, reminding you that your best days can still be ahead. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep choosing foods that make you feel strong, confident, and alive. Until next time, good health and happiness to you.